Hey, Carol Reinley here with Unimaginable. I just wanted to chat with you today about um, what stops you. There's a weird white light coming down again. This has happened the last couple of days. It's really funny. Anyway, it's beaming down from up above. No, it's actually coming from within you and from within me, and we're having this chat today. So, um, I've been in the business sphere and in the energy sphere and hypnotherapy and NLP and all that other good stuff. I am just an avid learner and I love looking at any and all of those things. And so, in working with one on one with people and also in groups, what I found is there's always an energy of what stops you. So you might have these grand, wild dreams, and maybe you write down your list of things that you would like to accomplish, or write down your dreams for the year. And we're in February now, so some of you might have done vision boards or whatever that is for you. I do it on more of a week to week basis just because things change so quickly in my energetic life. I'm shifting and changing so much that I just have to kind of look at it daily and weekly as far as what I'm creating, what I'm doing, etc. So I don't know if that's you, if you're an energetic being, if you're a very sensitive being, even if you're just out in the business world doing your thing. There's going to be things that come up that might seem like they're just going to stop you dead in your tracks. And if you look at it energetically, it's usually the same energy pretty much every single time. Now, some people have the frame of reference of, I'm trying to do this almost from a reactionary standpoint. I'm trying to do this and then this stops me. And then you just stop and you just assume that you can't move forward. But what if we look at it energetically? What if that thing, that energy that's probably shown up for you your whole life, if you're honest with yourself, there's an energy that will always stop you until it doesn't. And so there's things that you have as fear that you've walked through in the past, and I'm just going to take off my glasses here, that you've walked through in the past that you don't even remember that you feared it. Pretty interesting, huh? So what if those things that are coming up that you let stop you are actually just things that need to be cleared out of the way? And it's like a simple tree branch in your way, and you can brush it aside and then you see the whole view of what is next, correct? So what I'm going to ask you to do, even if it's just for this week or maybe this month or maybe for the rest of your life, whatever resonates for you, is have fun with that. Like, what if it were that simple? What if those energies that are showing up are just ones that you really need to just look at, acknowledge, and then say, no, I don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. Because if there's things in your life that you're going into reaction over, then those things are going to stop you. And you're going to put yourself in more of a victim mode of reaction to everything. And that's going to create more of that muck. It's kind of like that's going to keep burying you and burying you and burying you in crap. And if you're like me, I don't necessarily like the smell of crap. So I quit doing that much quicker than I have in the past. I mean, we've all been there. I've been there. Like, I've been the queen of that. Oh, here's this poo pie. Let me look at it a little bit deeper. Let me see if I can figure it out. And let me make it bigger. Let me make it stop me. So let's just go over real quickly, like all the things that can stop you. So if you're looking at this week and you have one dream that you want to play with, pull it out. Say, hey, I'm choosing this. And then show me what's next. And then show me all the ways that it can come my way. And then just kind of play, there's been so many people that tell you this, but I've really found that it's very true, and it's happening to me quicker and quicker and quicker, like when I desire something, or I have a dream of something, or There's something in my field that I would like. I just act like it's already here. Just act like it's already here. Play in the energy that it's already here. Because if you get pulled out of the energy that it's already here, then you'll go to doubt, which stops it. So I was going to go over all the different ways that, all the different things that can stop it. One is go into your head about it, that you have why, or you have to figure it out. Like when you're saying that, I hear people say that all the time. I've got to figure out how to blah, 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 blah. Well, what if it's the exact opposite? What if you're just going to coax it in? And it's not a matter of like, okay, now I'm going to go sit and meditate, or I'm going to just go out in a field somewhere and going to ask for this thing, and then it's just got to show up. There are things that we have to do to kind of help coax it into place, but there's energy always showing up for you to guide you of what else is next. And then keep asking the question of, okay, what now? Okay, what now? Okay, what now? Okay, what can I ask for now? Okay, what can I ask for now? Okay, what can I ask for now? And you stay in the question, because remember when you were a little kid and you just played and you didn't have any frame of reference or point of view about how something would show up or why it would show up or any of those things? That's our natural energy state. That is our natural energy state. So what if we're naturally in a state of receiving, in communion with everything? And our body is contributing to us, and our being is contributing to us, and the universe is contributing to us, and other people can also contribute to us. If we're asking the questions of what else is possible, and then waiting for that energetic answer. Because the way that all this works is kind of the opposite of what we've been taught. We've been taught that we've got to have all these steps, and that might have been an old way of doing some manifestation, because I have done some manifestation that way. But I tell you what, now I can manifest very quickly. Now, if it's a bigger thing, it might take a little longer. So there is the whole patience thing. If you're trying to move the Titanic, that's probably not going to happen in a split second. Because if you tried to do that in a split second, it might cause some other things that would not be so fun. So the one is the patience factor, which I know I struggle with. So if you struggle with that, just see what parts of it are actually starting to come in, that you know that you are making change. And then the other thing is the things that will stop it are going to your head, like I said, trying to figure it out, asking from the problem, aka I have no partner, I have no money, I have no job, whatever that is. If you focus more on that, what are you going to call in? More of that, baby. And it's kind of like I don't like sniffing poop and I don't like sniffing bad milk. So let's just go on without it. Points of view can stop it. If you've had what you would consider a failure after failure after failure and different things, I don't really consider it failure. I just consider it working it all out in the big picture. You're making tweaks. You're kind of like the airplane flying in the air. They have to make a bazillion adjustments in order to keep the air, go with the air, the way the air's flying in different places as they're flying along in order to get to the target. They're not going straight to the target. They're kind of adjusting as they go along for all the things that are out there. And that's where we are. We're the airplane, or we're the pilot of the airplane who's adjusting for all the little things. Okay, we look at this. This didn't work. All right, let's tweak this. All right, let's tweak this one thing. It's not any area that you have to stop. And then the other thing is like, if you're making it significant, like this has to show up within, you're putting so many stipulations on it. It could possibly, and it's coming from the place of impossibility, but with an energy of impossibility. Like there's going to that and looking at that impossibility from the space of possibility or from the space of significance and urgence. And if this doesn't happen, my life is going to end. Like that doesn't really create. It really doesn't. I've been there. I've tried to create from that space a lot in the past. And when I've just gone with ease of my body, ease of my being, ease of my relationship with the universe that I know, that I'm grateful for, that has given me so many beautiful, wonderful gifts that I trust and I have gratitude in the process. And what if it's like that little kid just playing that brings it in? Like playing with it, have fun with it. We've been taught that work has to be this drudgery thing. And there is so much, there's so many parts of my work, and I don't know if you feel this way. And if you don't, you might want to look at your points of view about it. And if it's just your reality actually and your job and it's like a drudgery, then you might want to look at some other playful possibilities for what we would call work for you. Because where can you bring out your unique brilliances and gifts? And where can you be the gift to yourself by doing that, showing up as authentic you and not trying to fit into the box of anybody else or anything else or any job? And then, and again, like it's not that you even would have to leave the job. You might be able to recreate it in some fun way. I remember when I was working for a consulting firm, and I was working a lot of hours, but I loved what I did. I did a lot of graphic design, and I would put together presentations and write stuff, et cetera, et cetera. It was just a lot of fun, so I didn't mind putting the time into it. But um, I was getting there early in the mornings, and then I was kind of having to be on calls in the evening because I had a lot of clients that were out on the West Coast, which is kind of my natural body time clock anyway. So rather than sitting in traffic in the morning and then having this incredibly long day, I just arranged to go in at 10 and then leave at 7 or a little bit after. And then that I was so much happier. There's so many things that when you're made aware of what you're really not happy about, you can try to shift within your current environment. And if then you can't, then maybe, it might be time to look at other options or create your own thing or whatever that is for you. But don't ever let anything or anyone stop you. How many stories have we heard? I was just listening to the Rock's interview with Oprah, where he said that like people were trying to fit him into a box because he had come from a long line of his dad was wrestling. I think his mom was in wrestling. He came from a long family line of wrestlers, and now I think his daughter is actually getting into it. But he said they were trying to peg him as kind of like this wrestling lughead. And when he was trying to act, they were trying to put him in a box of a sort. And he's really kind of created his own thing. He actually has his own production company where he's doing a lot of producing with his ex-wife, etc. So, and he laughs because he remembers talking to this agent who told him, unless you show up like this, and this, then you're not going to be marketable. And he like energetically, he knew it was kind of full of crap. And so in those instances, there's always going to be the person who's going to have the frame of reference, a different frame of reference, a point of view, etc. Don't let others' points of view stop you either. If you have an internal brilliance and beauty, and you have a knowing that you have a desire to do something, then anything is possible. And you can just ask, like, hey, universe, I'm choosing this. What is possible here? Show me. I love the show me, and I think, I can't remember who says show me. I know there's another teacher that taught me that said show me, so I can't take credit for that, but I love the show me questions because they just get us into the space of possibility rather than, oh, I can't really do that, or I haven't done it by this age, or I got to hang up this thing now. I tell you what, I've recreated myself in my life because I'm an avid learner. I love learning new things. I'm always wanting to look into things and learn things a little bit differently and do things differently and do it from my own unique brilliance. And taking that out into the world as your authentic self can be one of the largest gifts you can give, not only to yourself, but to everyone else around you. And who can you lift up with that? And who can you show that there's a whole other way? Everyone keeps telling them one thing and they know something else is possible. We've heard that story over and over and over again. So, what could that be for you? And where could you shift it now? Know that there's always a greatest possibility for you. So I hope this helps you. If you want more information or want to give me a shout out or connect with me and chat, feel free to go to carolreinley.com. You can scroll down to the end of the page and have a quick chat with me. I'd love to see what's going on in your world, and have an amazing week and an amazing day, and just play with your greatest possibilities and your greatest dreams from the space of your energy, your authentic self, and the energy that's coming to meet you in such a beautiful and playful way out in the world. Big love and joy.